The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and hang on. Happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much, but whether we provide enough for those who have little. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the belief that something else is more important. In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. Men are not prisoners of fate, but only prisoners of their own minds. It is common sense to take a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. There are many ways of going forward, but only one way of standing still. Remember always, that all of us are descended from immigrants and revolutionists. I ask you to judge me by the enemies I have made. The nation that destroys its soil destroys itself. If civilization is to survive, we must cultivate the science of human relationships. Repetition does not transform a lie into a truth. We have always held to the hope, the belief, the conviction that there is a better life, a better world, beyond the horizon. To reach a port, we must sail, not tie at anchor, sail, not drift. War is a contagion. Self-interest is the enemy of all true affection. I am neither bitter nor cynical, but I do wish there was less immaturity in political thinking. The truth is found when men are free to pursue it. The virtues are lost in self-interest as rivers are lost in the sea. Human kindness has never weakened the stamina or softened the fiber of a free people. We cannot afford to waste any part of our national resources. Do something. If it works, do more of it. If it doesn't, do something else. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. No business which depends for existence on paying less than living wages to its workers has any right to continue in this country. More than an end to war, we want an end to the beginnings of all wars. The test of character is not how much we know how to do, but how we behave when we don't know what to do. Cooperation, which is the thing we must strive for today, begins where competition leaves off. I am a Christian and a Democrat, that's all. True individual freedom cannot exist without economic security and independence. A government which is not strong enough to protect all its citizens equally does not deserve to govern. Peace, like charity, begins at home. Rules are not necessarily sacred, principles are. The structure of world peace cannot be the work of one man, one party, or one nation. The saving grace of America lies in the fact that the overwhelming majority of Americans are possessed of two great qualities: a sense of humor and a sense of proportion. The only thing worth doing is what we do for others. The lessons of history, unlearned, are repeated. Governments can err, presidents do make mistakes, but the immortal Dante tells us that divine justice weighs the sins of the cold-blooded and the sins of the warm-hearted on different scales. If you treat people right, they will treat you right, 90% of the time. War is young men dying and old men talking. I think we consider too much the good luck of the early bird and not enough the bad luck of the early worm. Freedom means the supremacy of human rights everywhere. Confidence thrives on honesty, on honor, on the sacredness of obligations, on faithful protection, and on unselfish performance. We have always held to the hope that the future will be better than the past. A nation that forgets its past will not have a future. We must be the great arsenal of democracy.